Here it is, the evil crow, calling for the birds for the invasion. Here is the food that the birds will take too. He calls again and flies off. The chickadees are here. While they might look nice, they are pure evil. Look at this bird. Goodbye, chickadee. He now came back. One less peanut for the squirrels. This is Chickadee Wife. She is also evil. This is General Crow. Everything is going well. He is overseeing all the stealing. The squirrels came, but saw no peanuts. The birds had one. There are a few peanuts that the birds had forgotten about, but not all of the squirrels could have the chance to eat the leftovers. The squirrels left after no food, but they all had huge grudges on the birds. This is General Crow. He wants food, so he calls his army to get it. He tries and then he goes away. This is a blue jay. He works for the crows but is shy. He stands there, thinking of what to do. He flies away. This is Chickadee, the last member of Crow's army. One problem, he is so fat. He can't lift the peanut, but instead of calling for help, he eats it. He is greedy. This is Crow himself. Because his army failed, he has to do the work himself. But the squirrel is here. Crow can't steal from the squirrel's eyes, so he tries to scare him away. Crow fails and admits defeat. He flies away. Remember, squirrel lovers, subscribe. This is Back Not Furry. Sausage Tail attacked Gray, but Gray fought back. Sausage Tail won though. Gray did take some food from Sausage Tail. This time, Gray didn't even fight. Sometimes, Sausage Tail still wins. Sausage Tail is afraid of Gray. He has shivers when Gray is around. A new player has just arrived. The new squirrel, Foxy, is trying to jump onto Sausage Tail, but the Gray is much smarter and takes the food. The two squirrels are still fighting, even after the Gray squirrel took the food. They need to go to food hunting school, rivals of gray hunting school. The squirrel fight was over, but it was too late. Gray took all the food. He left, leaving the two squirrels foodless. The two squirrels were very peaceful and ate.
Our first customer. One problem. The buffet is still closed. This won't deter the squirrel. The squirrel is like, it's not open? Well, now it is. After a while, he comes back. But is the buffet open? The lid is halfway open. He's quite scared, but soon he just doesn't care. He just comes and takes the food, without paying. The squirrel comes in strong. With only a minor distraction, he comes to the buffet. He now looks like he isn't afraid of the box. After forcefully opening the box, he just goes for the food. The squirrel circles the box, summoning his magical powers to open the box. Knowing that he was powerful, the squirrel eats without any doubt. After performing more magic, the squirrel is faced with a dilemma: walnuts or almonds. He accidentally dips his hands in the water. How refreshing. I swapped the buffet for peanuts. He is very suspicious. He is super mad. Still, he takes some peanuts home.
You may be wondering how I feed my furry squirrel friends. It doesn't look hard, but there are a few steps that you need to know. Feeding squirrels is dangerous. If you don't know the safety precautions, you will risk personal injury. With that being said, let's dive deep into the world of the land of the squirrel feeders. I will share tips and steps to feed squirrels. Let's go. Step number 1. Getting to know the squirrels. Throughout the year, you might see squirrels on the sidewalk, yard, or in the trees. When this happens, don't come outside loudly. Come outside quietly and give the squirrel some shelled peanuts or other nuts. The squirrel might run away, throw the food to the ground, and leave. If you see it again, do the same thing. After some time, the squirrel will be less and less afraid of humans. Be careful, squirrels might attack. Arm yourself with a water pistol, spray bottle, Do not shoot or attack unless necessary. We don't want to harm the squirrels. Step 2. Get to know your local squirrel. When you and another squirrel bond, be sure to care for the squirrel. Being able to understand the squirrel is very helpful. Squirrels might raise and wave their tails when it is nervous. Always stay a safe distance with our furry friends. In the winter times, the squirrel might be scary and aggressive, but stay calm. Be armed with a water pistol in hand when you need one. In the summer, be sure to give water to the squirrel. Get to know the squirrel and what it wants. If you just did steps 1 and 2, there is one more thing to do. Train the squirrel. This may sound hard, but all you need is a big imagination. The sky's the limit. Squirrel's very smart, and you can make the whole thing. You can do anything. For example, I had the squirrel open this box. Have fun with the squirrels. Remember, stay safe, and make sure that the squirrel is safe too.
It is Halloween, and a squirrel has hidden a stash of nuts. This squirrel, gray back not furry, is here to save the stash. There is a sign, and it says that there is no secret stash. The sign is false. There are alarms that this clever squirrel is trying to avoid. There is also a hidden peanut to open the door to the stash. The squirrel triggered the alarm. He took the peanut and left. The squirrel took a rest break and got ready to fight the evil food stasher's tricks. This brave squirrel saw the stash. He took one peanut as proof and left to tell the other squirrels of this big news. Sadly, in this race to tell, he didn't realize that this was a decoy. The peanut wasn't even real. The evil squirrel was watching the whole time. He had a lot of tricks. The alarm and the decoy was just the first few. He had big plans, and no one was going to stop him. There was a smell that the squirrel smelled that should drive him away from the stash. This failed. This is another one of the tricks. There was a piece of paper that covered the stash this time. There was also a trick that the squirrel didn't know. The squirrel was surprised, but he turned the lasers off. He did it. He took the stash and oh no, this is very bad. The squirrel leader came. He got ready to attack. He won and found cover. The leader was ready to attack, but the hero gray squirrel left. He called the squirrel police. This time, the squirrel evil leader lost and left. The hero gray squirrel won.
Not beg for food a lot. They also are very cute. The rest of the things are bad for them. He stole peanuts and attacked gnomes and squirrels. He got me 12,000 views. The first crime is attacking other squirrels. Look at this. As you can clearly see, the squirrel is attacking and sneaking up on the poor fox squirrels. When he tried, it forced more attacking after fox squirrel fought back. Strike 1. In this next clip, you can see that the squirrel is scaring away the other squirrel. Then, he moved on to chase the squirrel while he was asking for food. The squirrel was resting while he attacked. Evil. Now, the squirrel is afraid to come and get food. Grayback Not Furry has the food all to himself. The squirrel came back, but it was no use. Grayback Not Furry was too good. With more fighting that only had to happen because of him, the squirrel left for good. As you can see, this squirrel is evil. He also took peanuts from other squirrels. It's hard to see, but it happens sometimes when he fights. The second one is Gray Whittier. He is a super cute squirrel, but don't be fooled. He is the squirrel who scratches the gnome's hair off and other anti-gnome things. This is less bad than the first one. Look at the bald parts by the arrow. He is super cute and stars in my usual shorts. He keeps doing that to beg for food. I don't think that he likes the gnome because of him scratching its head. He likes to lounge here. Still, he sometimes knocks the gnomes. I am very unhappy to pick up after him. Because of his cuteness, he stars in my usual videos. You can learn more about him in my Meet the Squirrels video. In my outro, he is here. I love to record him because he is cute. He is only a bit evil. He is working on being nice. The third one is Graybrokneer. He has a hole in his ear that he is very evil. He is always willing to fight. He loves to climb the door and the door handle. He scared me many times. He is super impatient. He's good on my videos. He is best known for my normal videos. I love him, but he is scary. As you can see, he has holes in his ears. He is also in the logo. This squirrel is climbing the door. This is happening a lot of the time. He is super impatient and sometimes pees on the door. I am very annoyed by him. Still, he is super cute when he has food. He is scary if he has no food. The fourth one is Fox Dog Squirrel. I often have to throw food just by his nose for him to get it. He is a bit blind and a bit bad at seeing. He sadly has been stolen and robbed by other gray squirrels. Most of them being Gray White Ear and the Brothers of the Back Not Furry family. I love this squirrel. Nothing wrong with him. He is very good and may get the present form Santa this year. Love you, squirrel. The fifth one is Gray Balltail. I love him. He's my star. He's okay. He gave me the most views and is super cute. He fights and climbs the screen door. He is my favorite squirrel. He has sadly gone ill. He has red eyes and is super skinny all the time. It is winter now. I am worried. My star is the smartest and cutest squirrel ever. You are the best squirrel. I love your furry face.